Hey, hey, hey. Time for another out of this world story from rSpace. Wife slept with ex, male, because she thought I was cheating. After me and my wife got married, she went and slept with her ex because she thought I was cheating for no reason. We were arguing a lot at the beginning of our marriage. So she says she contacted her ex and drove to see him. Basically, she says he seduced her into having sex with him. Although I believe she went there to have sex. She says she didn't. This was right after we got married in 2018, but I didn't find out until Valentine's Day 2020. So we were on our way to the casino for some fun on Valentine's Day, and she just told me she did it, and she slept with him. She just said it out of the blue. I tried to kind of play it off for a while, but it just keeps bothering me. So I wanted to talk about it one day, and we started talking, and I'm just trying to understand what happened, and she gets angry about it. Every time I attempted to talk about it, she gets angry and we start arguing. The worst part though is that other people know. For whatever reason, she told my mom, my cousin, her brother, and her cousin that I know of. And for me, this is very embarrassing. I feel that everyone knows and is looking at me like an idiot. There's no telling who these other people told. I've come down to extremely bad anxiety, leading to anxiety attacks. I'm stressed over this still, and it's been over a year since I found out. My heart is broken. I get extremely angry sometimes thinking about this. Sometimes I just want to divorce her, but I do love her. It seems like it's gotten worse. Thinking about going to see a good therapist or something. Not got to marriage counseling because we were in marriage counseling while she was having sex with her ex. I'm trying not to be upset with her, but she acts as if everything is normal, but it's not for me. I'm defeated and battling anxiety every day. Just really need some advice. I'm a different person that I don't like now at all. I'm traumatized. Let's get some reactions from the community. Crannock starts us off. Sorry that you are in this position. From what you wrote, she doesn't even seem to regret what she did or is remorseful about it. She told it to you and was done with it. She isn't accepting the pain she caused you, doesn't recognize the damage she did, and by that, she is also not interested in working out the damage she has caused to you and your marriage. She wants to act as if nothing happened after she dropped this bomb on your marriage. The crater it left will be the downfall of your marriage if she isn't willing to work through that. You tried to talk to her. She isn't willing. So now you need to make a decision. Stay with her and keep on feeling like you do, or make a change. This is your decision to make. Did she at least get tested for STDs after she cheated on you, or does she not even care about your health? The next comment comes from Sunstone1025. I'm sorry you're going through this, but you need to rip that band-aid off ASAP. Her excuse that she thought you were cheating is BS. It's just something she said to excuse what she did. I'm sure she also tried to get back together with him, and he turned her down. That's why she went back to you. She told you on Valentine's Day, years after, and showed no remorse. She doesn't care or respect you. This is shown by how many people she told, embarrassing and emasculating you to your family. You also need to confront your family for not telling you. Your family is supposed to have your back, and if anyone I dated told my family she cheated on me, they would as a minimum bear their butt. You need to divorce ASAP. This is obviously affecting your mental health. You are traumatized and being around her is going to make it worse. The trust is gone now. Every time you have an argument, you're going to have it in the back of your mind that she'll run back to him or it'll be thrown back in your face. Just leave and be glad you learned before you had kids. Moving on to the next story. Wife wants an open marriage. Me, male 33, and wife, female 31, have been together for 8 years and married for 3. We have a wonderful, happy marriage, and communication has never been an issue. My wife has always had a significantly higher sexual appetite than I have, and it's always been a concern of mine that I'm not fulfilling her needs in this department. It's something we've discussed, and she's always responded pretty much the same in that she wishes that we had sex a bit more often, but she loves me and things are fine. I've tried to live up to that request to the best of my ability. Last week, my wife came clean that she's been wrestling with the idea of asking me for an open marriage. It really came out of left field, but I told her I was willing to have a discussion about it and hear her out. She told me she's turned on by the idea of being able to flirt and that she's unsure if she would ever do anything more than that. I told her that I wasn't interested in that attention from anyone else and wouldn't personally partake, but I would think about it, and that I appreciated her honesty. She followed up a couple of days later, and it was more pressure this time than just having a discussion. She stressed that she was feeling this was very important to her. I honestly felt backed into a corner. I felt like on one hand, she would be understanding but unhappy and unfulfilled if I said no. And if I agreed, I was agreeing to something I wasn't sure if I was really okay with. I told her that I was in agreement that she could flirt, send pictures and the like with other men, but we would have to revisit physical contact. This was about a week ago. And now, all of a sudden, this woman I never doubted, I feel a complete lack of trust for. And it isn't her fault. I agreed to this. I'm lost. I don't know what to do. Let's check in with some community comments. Let's start with DaLoco6913. Being forced into an open marriage will end in massive heartbreak, as you are starting to feel. You did not agree. She applied pressure for you to begrudgingly give consent. You can have another conversation, but if you are more assertive, it will mean nothing. One of two things will happen. You will close the marriage and she will cheat. You will leave it open and live in pain. Both scenarios end in divorce. Pandora's box has been opened, so prepare yourself legally. She feels entitled to her idea and steamrolled yours. See a lawyer and figure out the legal landscape. Separate finances now and state your reason to her if she asks. You have to understand that she will not stay within the agreement, because her goals are to get screwed by other men, not to send dirty pictures. I apologize if I am harsh, but you are being bullied into legalizing her cheating. I can almost guarantee you that she has already cheated, and she will be in another man's bed within days. Then she will renegotiate the terms. Your marriage has forever changed now, and it is up to you if you are okay being the third wheel to your wife's affairs. Another comment comes from Zorkold Shorkin. When one partner suddenly proposes opening the relationship, chances are they've already got someone in mind they're wanting to have sex with, if they aren't screwing them already. If she wants to go out and screw other people, then she can divorce you and go out and screw other people. If she does not want to divorce you, she does not get to go out and screw other people. She emotionally blackmailed you into agreeing to let her flirt, but I guarantee that it will not stop there. Sometime in the next few days, she's going to mention that she wants to go out for lunch or coffee with some guy. On to the next one. Found out wife of 10 years has been having an affair. Hey, it's such a tough pill to swallow. I found out my wife has been having an affair with her ex-boss for the past year. I'm 35, my wife is 36, and her boss is in his late 50s. I found out from his wife, who messaged me when I was out doing a side job. They were going to meet up that day. We have 2 kids as well. I really do love my wife. She's my best friend. Her and I have such a deep connection that this is all so hard to deal with. She has now cut off all communication with him, blocking numbers, etc. When I asked her about the intimacy, she said it started about 6 months ago and was happening once about every 3 weeks. I'm so lost. I'm crushed, brokenhearted. I took the rest of the week off work. I need to find someone to talk to right away. I just don't know what to do. I spent the other night in a hotel room and now in our house, sleeping in separate beds and trying to coexist with each other for our kids. I've been asking her all the questions that come to my head. This is all over the place. I'm scared to be without her. I know I will not know what to do right now, and I need to keep pushing through. She has a very special place in my heart. If you were to ask any of our friends about our relationship, they would say that those are goals they would like to have with their own. I've felt so deeply connected with her for so long. Ugh. You know, most people's first instinct is divorce and separation, but it wasn't mine. I don't know. Maybe I sound dumb that I didn't think that. Any advice will be great. Let's get the advice from the community. Granok has lots of advice. No matter what you think right now, it is not dumb. It is okay. I'm very sorry that you found yourself in this position. First of all, take a breather and take your time. You don't need to make a decision right away, and should only make a decision once you understood the situation she put you in and what that all means for the future. All the things that you wrote about your connection to her and your feelings for her are only one-sided. She doesn't feel the same. She wanted this affair more than your marriage. She knew that it could destroy your marriage if you found out, and made a decision that having this affair is more important to her. Understand that first. Don't start to fight for her or run after her. She made a decision to leave you. If she wants you back, then she has to fight for you. No other way around. First of all, do all the necessary things. She and you have to get tested for STDs right away. Who knows how many affairs that dude had, or if this was your wife's first affair. Remember, if his wife wouldn't have told you, then she would have never come clean. She only confessed to what you already know. There are still things you don't know about. Be sure of that. So get tested for STDs. Better safe than sorry. Then, find a friend or two, tell them what happened and ask for support. Meet with a lawyer and find out what divorce would look like for you. To make a decision about your future, you need to know what each option would look like. So go to a lawyer. Tell her to create a timeline about her affair for you. She has to write everything down. Every time they met, every lie she told you, how much money she spent on her affair. Have they talked about you? Everything has to be written down. Tell her that if she lies or leaves anything out, you are done with her. Also, tell her that when she gives you the timeline, you will make her do a polygraph to confirm if what she wrote is everything and if this was the only time she cheated. She has to give you full access to her phone and she has to show you all the messages they exchanged. If she deleted them already, then she either has to find a way to restore them or you have to assume the worst possible scenario you can imagine and assume that they wrote exactly that to each other. Those points are non-negotiable. If she wants to argue about them, then tell her where the door is and that she can leave anytime, just like she did each time when she went out to have sex with her affair partner. If you should still entertain the idea to save this marriage, then you have to be willing to lose it. Then, take your time again. Think about what you want. Do you want to walk this long road of reconciliation, knowing that you will never again trust her like you did before, and that you can never again look at her and see the woman you saw before? Reconciliation doesn't mean to get back what you had before. That is gone and will never return. She destroyed that. Reconciliation means to find out if you want to spend your life with the woman she is now and everything you know about her now. You are worth so much more than to be treated this way.